Hello and welcome to Easy Projects. So a very quick video today. Rigol have released the new firmware for the 1000z series of oscilloscopes. So we'll just try that out today. They have already released a beta software in December, but I haven't really had time to test that. And before I had, a lot of people reported that it have worse bugs than what is already in there, so I didn't really want to try it. But it should be a proper fix this time. So what you can see on the screen there is the jitter at 5 microseconds, which I described in the previous video. And I've already downloaded the software onto this USB stick and will install it. Yep. Well, Dave Jones from the EEV blog have already installed this firmware on his oscilloscope, and it seemed to fix the problem. But the issue with the jitter on his scope was not as bad as this one, so we'll have to see if it can fix this also. It appeared that it was actually a problem with the PLL for the sample clock, and fortunately it could be adjusted digitally, and that's what they have done to fix it. But if you want to know more about that, please go and check out his video. He actually takes the oscilloscope apart and measures the components before and after, and there's a clear difference. It's still not perfect afterwards, but at least it's working. I will put a link in the description to that video. Well, the update is finished, so we can power off the scope, remove the USB stick and power it back up. And let's hope it works. So we will generate the same signal as before, and we're actually still at 5 microseconds. So you can see now the signal is perfect actually. Yep, absolutely no problem whatsoever. I cannot zoom in further than this, and if we go back to 0 offset, you can see it's exactly the same. So we can also check the AC trigger coupling jitter and see if it fixes that. I bet it does. Yep, not a problem. And let's just scroll through this and check that there's no other signs of jitter. So that actually seems like they fixed it, so thumbs up. Well, I can't say yet that this have not introduced any other issues, but I do believe they actually tested the stuff this time, because they wouldn't risk having issues in this software, I guess. Well, I did actually find another bug when I was preparing the review, and it had to do with the signal generator, so we can see if they found that, because I haven't actually told them about it yet. And it's to do with the frequency modulation. Oops. Oh, let's see. Source 1 modulation, frequency, and let's just put the deviation to, let's see. So that is some pretty noticeable frequency modulation. But if we go back and we actually change the frequency just by one click, it goes completely nuts. And then if we go into the modulation again and just change the modulation frequency by 1 bit, Whoops, wasn't the frequency, it was the deviation. Look, it comes good again. So that's another bug, and I'll of course send an email to Rigol about that if they don't know already. And I guess they didn't, because they would probably have fixed it in the firmware then. And I mean, it's not that I couldn't live with this bug. The feature can still be used, you just have to go in and change the deviation. One click up and one click back down. And I will probably only use this frequency modulation a couple of times a year, so I could live with it, but still could be nice if they would fix it. So, thanks for watching this video, and again I do recommend you to go and check out the video EEVblog have just uploaded. He explains in a bit more detail what was actually the problem and how they fixed it, so that's interesting to watch. See ya!